I'm Kai. With me is Anthony Sheets. Icy New Year
What
of
up?
New Moon, fuck, Moon
Mo-
Harbor Heroes, and some other podcasts. Would you like to plug those now?
Uh, if you like Stephen King, I run the Hole in the Wall book club. You can find on podcatchers all around the world. Everything else is not quite out yet.
It's good stuff. You need it. You need it in your life. I need to turn you down because you're god loud.
Do you need me to turn me down on my side? Or?
No, it's on me. It's on me side.
On my side.
It's on me side. I need to turn you down on me side.
So I've never played this game before, so hope we don't fumble through it. I believe in us.
Oh, we're definitely gonna fumble it up. That's kind of how this works. Okay.
Valid.
Okay, I got you at an acceptable level. I think. Can you talk for a couple minutes? Can you continue plugging? Any plugs you got left?
I mean, I can none that are appropriate for your stream. Oh wait, you meant like online. I write games. I have an itch page. Speaking of, I'm gonna grab the link to the game.
Yeah. So we can toss that in the chat, chatteroonies, and feel free to make fun of my overlay that I'm going to be popping up here in just a hot. Well, as soon as it says, "Hey, you're streaming," there. That was you.
Yeah.
It's like, "Hey, you're not streaming yet." It hasn't announced my channel. Nothing. Hello. Work. There it goes. You dingbat.
You did it.
It caught up. Okay, so let's hit this switch right there and look at the bright blue overlay. You know, I can make that darker. I want to make that darker.
Can you make it more vibrant? Like I'd like it burn my eyes straight up. Like
I could. I really
oh
could.
God, is this just in paint?
This is in paint. I'm not even kidding.
I love you guys. I love you so much.
I told you I tossed it together in like it was like 2 minutes. I was like, I need
so
to toss
proud of
this
you.
together really fast. And you know what? I forgot what I did with my color wheel. So fuck it. We're leaving it blue. I broke it. Where is my color wheel at? It's over here. All right, color wheel. We're gonna pick. I like the color blue. Blue's a nice color. So, you know what? Fuck it. We're gonna go hot pink.
It's kind of my aesthetic, you know, thing.
There we go. That's perfect. There we go. Oh God, that's worse. No.
Oh, I'm waiting to catch up. Oh my God. I like the O's, like the inside of the O.
I need darker. We need some saturation. Okay, there we go. All right, let's let's. Oh, that was too much. Okay. Sure, we'll leave the O's alone, and we're gonna toss some toss some saturation at it. There we go. Dark. Nope. No. There we go. Perfect. It's terrible. I hate it. Let's go. Let's go fix the.
I'm just eating my popcorn and enjoying this. This is great.
I'm just gonna fix the.
I'm nothing to do with this part. I get to just sit back and watch.
Oh, I hit the wrong button. I muted myself in chat in Discord.
Oh if people would have, okay, I'm gonna tweet this stuff.
Okay, do the tweeting while I fix the.
Wait, did you already tweet? Because I'm a lazy tweeter. I just would prefer to retweet your shit.
I didn't tweet shit.
Is it?
Hold
on.
That probably looks terrible. How do I recenter everything?
Team might tweet from the Moon Harbor account. I could just retweet that.
Okay, I need to undo what I just did.
ID.
Hi. Yes, this is in paint. This is wonderful. This is wonderful. Okay, let's a little bit further out. Nope, further in.
I quit streaming for a reason, and it was because I didn't like tweeting.
There we go. There we go. Much better. Hi, William. All right, so we're gonna be playing now that I didn't fix the thing. There's still some blue. There's some purple in there.
I just looked at it. I was happily looking at Sweet Tuck eating popcorn. I look over and I almost choke. I love it. I love it.
I tried to drink water. That was a mistake.
No, I think this is perfect. Like, this is like, not to overstate it, but this might be the pinnacle of art.
This is peak art. Okay. Anyways,
Oh my god, are you gonna die?
I
I'm not
think
doing this alone. If you die, I'm just gonna I can't log you off.
no. If I die, my wife will log me off. She'll run over here and freak out.
Ah, okay. Cool. Thanks for looking out, bud.
as long as she doesn't go to bed before I die. So let me read the thing, the blurb. It's like 3 paragraphs, 3-part paragraphs for the game.
Oh my god, T, that's not okay.
I
Sorry.
didn't read. I don't have Discord up, so. There is no tale more compelling than a group of kids from disparate backgrounds coming together to confront a threat against overwhelming odds. Once you mix that with spandex, helmets, and giant robots, well, what more does the story need? Power Rangers, Animorphs, Sailor Moon, She-Ra, and similar shows have always resonated with, and I'm going to speak in the author's voice here, me, because fuck yes. Because they're about coming together and doing the right thing. Unlike our Moon Harbor Heroes groups.
Whoa, called out. Most of us try.
We do.
Most of the time.
The latest episode, go
Oh my god.
if you're watching the cast, go listen to it. It's a trip. It's amazing. When in the face of danger, these characters do not run, but instead ask, if not us, then who? The title of the game. Title drop right there. We're at our best when we fight together, when we fail together, when we work together, and when we collectively gather to fight against a villainous force that threatens everyone. We also have giant robots and matching suits. And that shreds. Alright, so this is a game where we play. It's a game, I think it's best described as a playerless game, I think as what Riley said. It's not a GM-less game, it's a playerless game. All of us, both me and Icy, are both acting as the GM to this thing. So
I'm gonna eat popcorn, but I'll give some input. Let's do this thing.
So I need to make this go small, and that way it's not completely in my way. I have a tiny second screen and I can't see shit on it. This is great. It's perfect. 10 out of 10. So basically we needed a deck of cards, goofy ideas, and friends. We got the friends, we got the goofy ideas, and the deck of cards will be supplied to us by our temporary rolling channel in Discord that we've got up off screen right now. You can see that terrible thing floating around the screen right now. It's gone now. Bye. This is the this is the pinnacle of actual play streaming. And I'll eventually toss this to YouTube once it's all said and done. So, first things we're gonna do is we're gonna create the characters. We're gonna create 5 characters, and then we're gonna draw 1 card to begin the game. Each card is drawn out. Each card that is drawn is an episode. Each player will take a turn reading out one of the narrative beats of the episode and describing what happens. When we reach the conclusion, the episode is complete. After each episode, as a group, me and IC will select a episode MVP out of the characters and a best moment. We can also address the episodes. I think that, yeah, let me double check that rules there because I am a dumb butt. Okay, it just says Yeah, that is the best character. MVP being the best character. Okay. Um, finish reading what I've said. After each episode, we'll choose the best character and the best moment. We can address each episode as precise or as broad as we would like. We are kind of writing these episodes as we're speaking, recapping them. So basically, the gameplay can be we can do it as tightly as doing the line of the script, or in our case, we're going to play it like a recap podcast for the show. And we'll make our way through the full season. I don't know if we'll make our way through a full season tonight. We're going to do as many episodes as we can within our time constraints until, of course, the end game is drawn, which in our case will be the King of Spades, I said?
Yeah. Normally you take 3 of the kings out, but we can't do that with our deck roller. So
right.
the king.
So King of Spades means season end. So this can end in 6 episodes. This can end in 30 episodes. And if we don't reach the end by the end of our allotted time tonight, we'll set up another day to finish the season. When a card is drawn, when the card end game is drawn, we'll wrap up all the loose ends, find out if the heroes win, and of course then press on to the next season. Even between seasons, it's important to remember that heroes, put their morphers back, relax. They're still protecting and improving lives around them because, between seasons we describe what's going on between seasons. Anyways, so
between episodes, we'll pick MVP and best moment, but the audience can as well.
Yes, between episodes, we can ask you, the audience, who you think the best character was and what you think the best moment of the episode was. I'll be asking that between each episode and probably taking a 4 or so minute break, 4 to 5 minute break, so we can get your feedback on each episode as we progress. So first and foremost, I've got 6 slots up here on the screen. We actually need 5. I miscounted when I was doing it. So ignore it. There's always a 6th ranger somewhere, and they may be introduced later. But we're going to create 5 heroes, and there's 2 methods for us to do this. We can either pick and choose, or we can roll for them. And
I think we start with some randoms.
Okay, we're going to do random.
I have a question, though. With the theme, do we want to do the entire team as one theme?
Yeah, let's do a solid one theme for the entire team. I think that's going to make it a little easier on our brains, probably.
Cool.
For the team, we'll do a team theme. So I'm gonna let you roll, Icy, since I'm looking at the rule book here. And I'm doing a lot of talking and dum-dumming. What are our colors? And what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna announce 1, 2, 3, 4, so on and so forth. And I've got my trusty. We're doing this in Paint, by the way. I'm doing
so good.
I'm doing this so amazingly.
Okay. So first color, I'm gonna use physical dice so I can roll 2 at once.
Okay, all right.
I got a.
Well, the colors
5.
are 2d6. So the first is
a 6 and a 5. So quantum. I don't know what color that is.
Quantum. We have a quantum. Oh my god! Why is that purple? I need to make that black. Oh my god! Let's fix that.
Make it quantum colored.
I don't have a quantum. That's not a color. Okay, quantum. How do I spell that? Quantum. There we go. Got it. Quantum.
Like tum-tum.
Like tum-tum on tum-tum. Rub on my tum-tum. There we go. Color. Quantum that looks like shit. Perfect.
Do we want to run down one person, or do we want to run down like all the colors?
We'll do colors first, and we'll move through. Okay. So second color.
And a 2 and a 6. So that is
Orange.
green.
Oh, is that 2 and a 6? Oh, that is green. Ah, shoot. We have a green ranger. We have a quantum ranger. We have a green ranger. All right. What's next?
A 4 and a 4.
Oh my god.
Silver.
We have a silver ranger. We have a okay.
Ooh, quantum color. I gotta check this out.
Yeah, I'll let you check that out. I'll look at it here in a second. We're gonna pull it up on the big screen. Maybe.
It just turned my brain off. I can't see anything now.
Okay, perfect. Oh god, this is assaulting my screen. Quantum is.
It's just a TV.
Beautiful. I love it. I love it. I hate it. Okay, what was our third color?
That was our silver, right?
Yeah, that was silver. Okay, silver ranger. Okay, and what's number 4?
That was a 4 and a 5, so that's a purple ranger.
Beautiful. We have a Purple Ranger. This is turning out to be one hell of a colorful team.
Yeah. Yep.
And the last color is
A 4 and a 2. So a White Ranger.
White Ranger power. All right. So we have a
You're getting
quantum.
so excited there, T. This is why I blocked you. Things like this.
So we have a Quantum Ranger, a Green Ranger, a Silver Ranger, a Purple Ranger, and a White Ranger. All right. So what is next on our thing? We're going to be rolling traits. All right. So are you ready for this? I'm terrified.
I think I'm ready.
Okay, you think you're ready? Okay. All right. Roll the traits. Let's go. What are our traits for our Quantum Ranger?
2-2, so heart.
Okay, so their first trait is heart. Each of them has 3 traits. We have heart. All right. What's our next trait for the Quantum Ranger?
2-4, so evil.
Oh God! What the hell? What is going
Wait,
on with this
wait,
Ranger?
they each get 2 traits?
They
Okay.
each get 3 traits.
What?
Yes.
My God, I thought I read this book.
Oh, it's up to 3 traits. We can decide that they can only have one. You want to have 1 trait per?
Let's go like 1 or 2.
Okay. Or do you want to do the traits by color?
You'd have to take the lead on that one.
Okay, We'll do traits by color. Let me undo. All right, so Quantum Ranger. Let's read this list here. Ow, my nose itch hurts. Quantum Ranger is a loner, but they're tough. They're a tough loner. This is gonna be weird. How are they gonna work in a
based on
team?
that TV, I'm pretty sure I could break a Quantum Ranger. Like one good punch.
So the Green Ranger is the comedian. Oh God, what the hell are we? What kind of show are we watching? Anthony, what are you doing to me? But they're smart. Oh, how did I fuck that up? My wife is dying over there. Honey. She's howling. You okay? Okay. So Silver, we're gonna continue. Where is Silver on this list? Oh, we have another tough loner. Well, that's boring. Icy, roll for 2 stats for this guy. We're gonna give the Silver Ranger something else.
Yeah, let's give this guy some issues.
Let's do it.
I lost the chart, but I rolled a 1 and then a 5. There it is. Comedy. God.
Did you say comedy?
Yep.
Oh
Wait, what is?
We're gonna have a comedian. We'll go comedy. We got 2 comedians on the team. All right. What's the second theme?
Tough.
Trait. Tough. So we got 2 tough guys, 2 comedians. All right, this is going great. Oh, we have 3 comedians. Okay, so purple is noble comedy. I'm not entirely sure how that one works. Oh, goodness, hit the button, you dingbat. Okay, comedy. And trait number.
I'm just saying, if we had like a medieval theming, that would be the jester.
Yes, I know. All right, roll
Or a
for.
mime, maybe?
Let's roll for the White Ranger because that's another tough loner.
There's so many tough loners.
I know.
That was a beauty.
Beauty?
And I'm re-rolling tough.
Okay, awesome.
Evil.
Evil. Oh my God, we have an. Okay, so we got an evil character in the group now, and it happens to be the White Ranger. Oh, this is getting even worse. It's not getting any better. Okay.
So what are you saying about Moon Harbor being
This feels right. This feels amazing. And by amazing, I mean terrible. All right,
Okay, so
now we got to
do you
roll.
want to do the theme next?
Yeah, let's do theme next because then we'll do do weapons. Yeah.
Okay.
So what's our theme?
Oh, I saw Pantheon there for a second, like something in my brain snapped, and I read it as raccoons. I think I just wanted to read it as raccoons. Oh yeah, that was 4 and 1 detective.
Oh, what the hell? This is new. This is a noir show. Is that what we're watching? Okay, all right, I dig it. We'll just copy that and no, stop. Bad touch.
So
How does the show work? Detective. This is a detective show with a bunch of comedians and an evil pretty person.
I feel like a lot of people are gonna call people wise guys.
I feel like that's gonna come up a lot. Yeah, I feel like we're gonna get some Tommy guns, some Tommy blasters, maybe.
Wait, Tommy's the White Ranger, right? Gotta keep on blasting him.
Oh my god, I love it. I hate this. I hate this so much. Detective. All right, we're doing a detective theme. Okay, detective. All right, and let's. What are their signature weapons? So what's the Quantum Ranger's signature weapon?
Oh, it better be a horse. Uh, number 3, a heavy weapon.
Okay, so it's a heavy weapon. All right, so let's describe that real quick. What is this heavy weapon?
Does Chad have any ideas?
Chat, what is this heavy weapon? Give us a heavy weapon.
Because honestly, the only thing that came to mind was just the most massive magnifying glass.
Oh, that would be terrible. It'd be awesome. A freaking like magnifying glass laser. Bzzz.
It might feel better for green.
They're all detectives. It's a detective show. So sorry, my daughter's being attention seeking. So a heavy cane. A heavy cane. I like that. So like a shillelagh? No, the whole group is detective. Yeah, the whole group is detectives. Let's make sure that it's
a detective themed season. We should change between seasons.
Yeah, it's a detective themed season. So if the team changes for season 2, right? So the team changes for season 2 because Super Sentai changes every season. How the question is how would this team appear in the next season? Because they always
burn that bridge when we get there.
They always have the team up episodes. Oh, I love it. I'm gonna say a heavy club. I don't remember how to spell shillelagh, which is what they would have. So a heavy club. All right. So what about the Green Ranger? What's our roles there?
And I do not know what this means. An inner weapon.
An inner weapon. An inner weapon. The power of song. Like Sinatra style song.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
I'm into this.
All right. So what is that music genre? That music actually has a genre name.
I don't know.
Oh, what is okay, someone in chat, help me out. What is the genre name for like Sinatra's music? It's not swing, it's now I have to look it up.
Like lounge?
Is it lounge? That is, yeah, I think it is
know.
lounge. I think it is lounge. So we'll go a lounge. Music is their weapon. They have the power to sing you to something. All right, so
this shit got out of hand so quick. I love it.
What's the Silver Ranger's power or ability?
The power to immediately lose my die. an agility weapon.
Oh, okay. All right. So, let me think here. Um, Hold on one second.
What if they all work in a lounge, like a club together?
Dude, yes, that would be amazing. I love it. I love it.
Like
Teens
the
in a lounge.
Quantum's the bartender.
I love it. I absolutely adore this. Okay, so we said this was an agility weapon. What would the agility weapon be? A straight up a gun? No, that would be a shooting weapon. Mm, what about a bullwhip?
They play an upright bass. We can like sling the strings.
Oh, the bow.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a base, like a bow for a base. They actually are using the base, but they actually use it as a bow,
Oh my god.
or like a whip, or like a smacking whip, or
So
something
it
like that.
the bow would be an arrow, be used as an arrow off of the base.
Yes. Oh, I love it. Okay, so the base, yes,
All
base
right.
slash bow, and I think the bow is actually spelled
there goes
differently.
there goes the moment where we just lean into the ridiculous thing the random's giving us and just make it work. I'm into this.
All right. So what is the purple? What is the
I'm a
purple?
little afraid to find out. Um, it's another agility weapon.
Okay, so we have another agility weapon. The purple is a noble comedian. So what would their weapon be? Um, you know what? Let's go with Oh my goodness. So actually what we're going to do, I'm going to make a change. I'm going to make a change on green, and I'm going to make it
Okay.
specifically singing.
Okay.
Okay. So singing. So they're like a lounge singer. Um the Silver Ranger is the bass player of the band. The Quantum Ranger obviously is the either the bartender or
Like the
um
bouncer.
the bouncer. Yes, yes, the bouncer of this I'd say early young adult, not teen, because we can't, because now we're in a lounge club, so it's like
Right.
young adult
They
lounge
just
club.
serve juice.
Yeah.
It's like the milk bars in Zelda.
So we have to have an agility weapon um for the Purple Ranger. Now I'm actually gonna go with T's um thought here with that and say, just leave this on my desk. That's not what I was. My wife, I think, laid my wallet on.
Throwing triangles.
Yes, I was gonna go with the throwing charms, the throwing stars, but yes, throwing triangles. A
Oh my god.
yes, I love it. I love it. Throwing triangles. That'll be it. So they're like the noble high. Okay, so throwing. I'm trying to imagine how this season would work, and I'm getting all sorts of stupidly dumb ideas, and I love it. All right, so what about the White Ranger? What is their
Oh
weapon
god.
or
Here we
ability?
go. Let's do it. You know what? I'm re-rolling. We're not getting another agility weapon. We got us a shooting weapon.
All right, so let's give them a traditional blaster.
I think that makes them the bartender with a gun behind the bar.
Yes. Okay, so blaster. Here we go. So they get a traditional blaster. All right, so we've kind of given now. We've already given these people
It's got to be sawed
descriptions.
off though. I want a sawed off blaster.
Okay, double barrel.
A double barrel sawed off blaster.
Double barrel.
I'm sure that works exactly the same way it would with a gun.
Probably not. Probably terrible.
It's not even like a specific model. It's they took a double barrel blaster, just sawed off the edge of it.
All right, so now we have our base, our idea, right? So we've got all these traits. Let me quickly explain how these traits work. Now each hero has up to 3 traits. We've already kind of figured out what their traits are. So here's how it kind of rolls. We don't have any leaders, so I'm just going to skip that. We do have a smart person. As anyone who is smart does the research, has the technical know-how, they typically make the gadgets. Beauty is someone who's extremely concerned with appearances and how well they're regarded by others. Tough is strong fighting skills that are paramount above all else. Someone with the comedy trait is exactly what it says. They're trying to make everybody happy. So we have 3 of those on the team. We have 2 main comedians and 1 back comedian. Loners, which we do have 1 on the team, they tend to be aloof and they claim to not need the others. We don't have any cuties on the team. Do we have a heart? No, we don't. Noble represents bravery, courage, and the general it factor. It's the if not us, then who? So noble, they're the ones on the front lines. They're almost like leaders, but they're not quite in that position.
With the lack of a leader, they're probably going to fill in that role a bit.
Right. So a noble person would probably fill in that thing. And then evil, which is the final trait, could mean a few things. It can mean they've worked for the bad guy. They may have worked for the bad guy. Or it could be as simple as, I look out for me first. And with kind of the beauty trait being the main trait and evil being the secondary trait, I think
we just hold that and not explain it yet. I think we use it later.
Yeah, okay. So we could see that one coming up. So we've got to describe these people. Do we want to give them descriptions first, or do we want to give them names?
Do you have anyone in mind to start with?
That is a question for the ages.
Chad, pick one. Let's do some audience interaction.
Yeah, so where are we starting? Are we starting with descriptions, or are we starting with names? Because we've kind of described them a bit. Like, we know the Quantum Ranger is going to... Okay, we're going to start with names. Okay, so we kind of have an idea about who everybody is. But what are their names? So, so I'm going to quickly just fill in the description, and then we can decide on a name. So the description of the first character is they're kind of the bouncer. If I could spell bouncer, that'd be great. They're the bouncer, or tough guy of the group, tough person of the group. My cats are going ape shit. So what is their name? And we got to decide on pronouns. Are they male, female, neither, both, somewhere in between, somewhere not even in between, alien? Where are we?
Does anyone in chat want to give a name? I need to pull up a name generator because I'm so bad at this part.
Give us a name for the Quantum Ranger. Alex, he, him. I love it. I'm punching the microphone. That's solid. Alex, and they are he and him. Oh my goodness, that is really high in the bar there. He/him, and they're the bouncer. They're a tough guy. They're the bull of the group, I guess. They're the front liner. It's gonna take hits and keep on swinging, but they're a loner. That's gonna be really interesting to see how that rolls out. So, moving on, while you got the name generator up yet?
Yes, I was just clicking on one of the thousands of them.
So what is our Green Ranger's name? Now now the Green Ranger is the lounge musician, the singer. Simple description there. They're all lounge musicians except for the bouncer, so I guess that and the bartender. But yeah, we're gonna go. Let's see here. Lead singer. Possibly not the leader. I'm gonna say not the leader though.
Yeah, I'm feeling like the purple's gonna fill in more of the leader spot at the start.
I think so too. So Alyssa, are you going A names? I mean, if you're going A names, I'm down for it. I am down if you're going all A names.
Does she have electric powers?
No, none of that. None of that. Okay. So we have the base the bass player, and I'm gonna say, you know what? I'm gonna say for the bass player, they're the cheerful one. They're the cheerful, maybe even the cheerleader of the group. And their name would be Alyssa or Alice. Alice. Oh, we're gonna screw this up so bad.
He's setting us up for failure. You know that,
I'm
right?
aware. I'm watching the dice fall where they lay. we're accepting all of this. All right. So what about purple? So purple is our um courageous timekeeper. How do you spell courageous?
Uh,
Courageous.
I'm so bad at spelling.
How do we spell courageous? I have no idea. How do we somewhat?
No. T, I'm draw. Come on with you.
All right, it's got to be something other than Allie. It's got to be other than Allie. Because we already got Alyssa, Alice, Alex, Allie. I'll start referring to them by their colors. I'll just forget what their names are. They'll be on the screen, and I'll forget what the names are. That's how good
Well,
that's how good we'll do this.
and we do it during Moon Harbor. We've been doing that for almost a year.
All right. So this is the. How do you spell courageous? No one's helped me out with that one. I'm just gonna.
That's not my job.
Courageous.
Let's go Jess, they, them.
Is it E? Got it. Bodied. Okay. Triangle player slash. This is the courageous triangle player tempo keeper. That's what they're kind of doing.
Yeah, I think they do like percussion general stuff.
Yeah, tempo keeper. There we go. And we'll go Aladdin. I like Aladdin. And make it they them. This is a they them. I love it. And as far as so we've already come up with a name for the last one. The last one's name is Axel. I love it.
I like it.
I love Axel.
I'm of course immediately traced back to like Streets of Rage days. I'm like, I want to kick someone in the head with rollerblades on. Let's do this.
Yes. So they're a pretty they're is it he him? Okay. He let me put a space there.
We just made an entire A team.
I love it. And they are the barkeeper. And what are they in the group?
Secretly evil.
Secretly evil. How evil are they?
I don't know.
Working for the bad guy. Secretly evil. I love it. Aladdin goes by Ali. Ah, that's terrible. That's a terrible. Oh, I just caught that one. All right, so they're the barkeeper. So we have our group. Just to quickly run them off one more time. Oh my goodness. They're the pretty no. Aladdin is the Axel is the beautiful one, the pretty boy who's also evil. I love it. Who's really good with a shotgun apparently.
The sawed-off double-barrel blaster.
So we have Alex, the Quantum Ranger. He's the bouncer of the group. He's also the loner, so he's typically outside of the club. He's not inside the club that often, but he's definitely there for the group in a tough situation. Then we have Alyssa, who is the lounge singer. Any evening or afternoon, she can be found in there singing for the patrons there. You want to take it on with Alice and Aladdin?
Yeah, Aladdin with they them. I still love the throwing triangles. And I think they're kind of like the heart of the team at current. And Axel, our wait, who did I miss?
You missed Alice.
Alice, cool. Our bass player who fires the bow as an arrow from the base. I just love that so much.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And then finally we have Axel, who is the pretty boy. He actually sells the drinks. He's getting the drinks out to anyone who wants them with no problems flat, and is also apparently secretly evil. So,
Secret Evil's so good.
secret evil. So, characters in.
So,
Oh, you want
sorry, go
you
ahead.
want to go? You want to go?
We need mentors and villains now, right?
We will get yes, we do. Yeah, we'll establish both of those. Let me get this going here. Now, we're not going to show those on screen. I don't have an overlay for those. Because that noise. Actually, I probably could add an overlay here. But I do not have a card for them, do I? No, there's no card for them. So here's what I'll do: is we're going to
next time I'm gonna just point a webcam at a whiteboard.
Yes, I love it. I'm down for that. Yeah, no, here we go. Here, hold on.
That's sort of. I'll set up a webcam, point it at a whiteboard, screen share it with you on Discord, and you can stream the screen. It's going to be as janky as possible.
Here we go. Hold on. Here we go. Okay. All right. Let me make sure this is readable. It is awesome. And yes, I chose the worst font ever.
Do we want to start with mentor because it's just one?
Yeah, we'll start with one mentor. So let me move this up here, and this will be mentor in the most worst font ever. So mentors are usually agnostic to the theme of the heroes. They're the body part in a tube, weird alien colonel with a mustache.
I think we should roll again on the theme to get the theme for the mentor.
Okay, so well, no, they're just agnostic theme. We'll just leave them agnostic as far as their theme goes. And
do you have an idea then for what they're?
Let's find out what their traits are. So they have 2 traits, or yeah, let's give them 2 traits, and let's give them 2 traits and figure out who they are from there. So we're gonna go traits. His font is brutal.
3 and 6. Roll again.
All right, 3 and 6. Yeah, I just roll again.
4 and 4.
All right, so that
No.
that is an evil. Oh, okay. All right, evil mentor.
We want to keep that secret evil still. I like this evil alliance.
Yeah, that's a secret evil.
And then their other trait is comedy.
Comedy? Okay. All right. I'm not entirely sure how this is gonna work, but what is the mentor's name? And then we got to do a description on that.
I have an idea for description.
All right, hold on. This is a terrible font. Oh my god, it's killing me. I need a different font. The font is murdering. Oh, that's even worse.
Font issue.
There we go. It's better.
Use Comic Papyrus.
Yeah. No, we won't be able to read it.
I think the mentor is a holographic projection of a dinosaur that comes out of a space stone.
Oh, okay.
You wanted agnostic to our theme. That is as detached.
Okay.
And I actually love William's name.
Holographic dinosaur out of a space stone. And we're doing this. Let's let's break all the things. Everything's broken. It's amazing. All right, and their name.
You need to screen share your other screen with me, and I'll stream that so we have more space. William Eagle suggested Dr. A. Mental.
Dr. A. Mental. Okay, yeah, I love it.
And I think they actually do have a PhD. What kind of dinosaur are they?
I'm gonna say, what if they were turned into a dinosaur?
Mm,
Maybe that's what
okay.
trapped them in the space stone.
Okay. Okay, we're getting somewhere here. I don't know where we're getting, but it's somewhere.
So maybe their entire goal as a mentor is to try to escape. But they're a bad guy, but they're not. They can't pull that card yet. That they're trying to escape to take over the world or some bullshit. What? So they're. Do you want them to be something sort of vicious or a Stegosaurus? I'm going with it.
Let's do it. I like it.
That's not how you spell Stegosaurus, but we're going with it. All right. So the villain. What is our villain?
Okay.
We have our
So
villain is
how do we
also
do
our
this? How do we
mentor.
do this? So villains of the show are usually broken up into three people: the big bad, the second in command, and the human-looking third one.
Together they create and
So
send out the monsters of the week to fight. Okay.
okay,
Uh
so theme, is that where we start?
let's
I love
do
that one of the possible ones on the theme list is Yule Lads. It got me a little bit. Do we want to just pick one, or do we want to roll for this?
we can do either. Hold on, villain one theme. Do you want to give them names too?
Yeah, I think so. I just want to kind of get a theme to start with.
All right, villain one theme, villain one name, and we're gonna give them one trait. I'm not gonna give them two. Um okay, this is absolutely terrible. But we're gonna figure this out. I'm running out of screen real estate with what I'm doing. So that's a thing that's happening right now. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna copy that. Can I oh no do this. And what I'm gonna do is we're gonna select all of that right there.
I'm getting so close to having enough to make you go on another rant already.
Okay.
Not quite sure what you're doing, but I believe in you now.
I have no idea what I'm doing either. We're working. I'm working on it. Leave me alone. I got this.
Okay, I'm gonna read this bit while you're doing that.
Yes, please do. Save my fuck ups. This is the
Yeah, let's ask chat. Do you want us to roll for the theme on the villains, or do we want to, or do you have suggestions for themes on the villain, like the villain people? The villain people.
the villain people.
That's the theme. They're all village people themed.
Villain one. Okay, so here we go. I've made room. I got rid of the sixth block.
I was thinking about adding a sixth ranger.
Fuck off. Ooh, a rival band. A rival band?
Okay.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I could deal with that. This is villain one. So they're a rival band. So we've already got their theme, right? Entertainment. Let's just say the villain theme. Villain theme is entertainment.
Okay, that's pretty close to Yule Lads, so we could just jump. Yeah, I'm good with entertainment.
All right. So villain one.
Oh, I want there to be a dude that has giant speakers in his body and just blast you.
Big bad. And what's the big bad's name?
Let's get their traits first.
Okay. Well,
Well, I
fuck off.
I got heart.
You got heart. What the is that?
I think they're someone who truly believes they're doing the right thing.
Oh, okay. And then we need the.
We want to do like 2 traits for the big bad and 1 trait for the other.
Let's just do one trait for all three of them.
Okay.
All right. So you said heart for the first one.
Yup.
So. Ooh. Okay. All right. So how do we work that one? Um. Yeah. Maybe they do. Maybe they believe that the big bad believes what they're doing is. Yeah, I like that. That their goal. What is their goal? What is their goal? Is to be the best band in the world against these
What if
lounge
they're an
singers.
alien? No, but bear with me. What if they're an alien and
Best.
they know they're the best. They just need to get rid of everyone that doesn't like their music, which is just most of humanity.
Ooh. Ooh, what I like. Well, I like the way. Wait. Okay, so we're on for audience participation right here. But what if they
Okay.
know the mentor is bad? So the heroes that we think are heroes are actually the villain.
Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah. So we're actually watching the bad guys. We're rooting for the bad guys. It'd be such a flip on the head.
I'm all right with this. I'm down.
Uh, so we're going with Z's. Z's. Zydrate. So they're aliens.
He came to this world in a little glass vial. And then he grew bigger.
All right, let's continue with the traits. What's our second in command?
It's a 3 and a 2. That is brains. That is brains. Yes, I did that right.
They're the smart one. They're the one making the plans, maybe?
Okay.
The finster of the group? I
A
like
little
that.
glass vial.
Yeah, a little glass vial. Maybe the entire group came in vials. They fell into
Like,
the ocean.
maybe they're like goopy. And like
Yeah.
hold form in form and just like zip, break apart when they get hit. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Oh, Zork. I like the name Zork. Zork's one of my favorite games, actually. Then what about number 3?
Oh. Can they summon like countless troops by throwing down little glass vials?
Yes! Yes. Yes.
Okay. And number 3. That is. I'm gonna re-roll that because that is another brains. Noble.
Noble. So they're very they have a heavy code of honor. That's what I'm gonna go with that. They're the knight of the group. What is their name? What is the knight's name?
I'm waiting for chat to throw another Z name out.
Yeah, we need another Z name. So they are the human looking one. Zydrate. That is absolutely amazing. Xylo. Zydrate, Zork, and Xylo.
I love it.
I hope that's readable. If that's not readable, let me know. It's probably not readable, is it?
That's readable. I can see that.
Okay. So we've got our villains, our quote unquote villains. So we've got some other rules. We've got trait moments. We have each character has energy. And we'll be keeping track of that in the Discord. So where's that? Oh, it's right here. So each each character has trait energy. Is that what that says?
Looking through. I think like once per episode, someone can like gain energy if there's like a really big scene around their trait.
All right. Yeah, I see that. Complications give the villains +1 energy, but also good storytelling for the villain to have momentum at the time. Trait moments. So the big moment of the episode can be invoked and triggered. Either way, it works the same. And of course, each type, each hero type, each trait has its own thing that runs a moment. So a leader would rally the team. A smart person would have the right gadget. My commands are absolutely terrible. Smart person would have the right gadget. Beauty would be able to grab attention. Tough is the dope solo fight. Comedy is a legitimately humorous moment. Loner abandons the team to chase a hunch. Cute tricks someone into underestimating them. Heart has a heart-to-heart moment with someone who needed it. Noble runs into the danger to save others, and evil foreshadows their evilness. And the same goes for villain energy. Villains also gain this as well, and I believe it starts with what, 2? Is it 2? You start with reading the book. It's hard to read the book. The book says things in a lot of things. Each episode has 6 major beats. After the conclusion, the episode ends. Each episode. Basically, okay. So draw the next card. Energy. You get an energy.
I think we just go through a plot now.
Yeah, it looks that way.
And then we can walk through the end of each episode thing to figure it out. That'll work.
Yeah, that sounds good. A player who sets the scene acts as the arbiter for the beat. And they can decide who's in the scene, where the setting is, and the other rule questions that arises. That being said, every player is a co-creator. Everyone must work together to make the story. Each player may choose a character to play in the scene. Every other player, so we'll both be doing this. And if you recreate a scene from another thing, you can give someone in that scene 1 energy. If you go off the script, the villains get 1 energy. And it looks like every 2 energy can give someone more points.
Yeah, I think that all happens at the end of episodes, right? You can't gain traits during episodes.
Yeah, it has to be at the end of an episode. And
you want to draw first?
Yeah, it looks like traits just energy gives the game more momentum. I'm trying to see if there's a way to give up energy. Let's see, energy counts for the end game. Oh, it's end game stuff. Gotcha. Yeah. Okay, so energy counts towards the end game, so we do have to keep track of that to some effect. And in the end game episode, whichever side ends up having more energy will be the winners of the season. Will be the victors. So if you were watching, I'm gonna use an in genre example. So take Power Rangers Turbo right at the very end, where the Turbo Rangers lose their powers right as the season switches to Zeo or from into space. The Rangers are down and out, and they have been beaten. That would be the villains winning the season. That's kind of the idea behind that. So the team with the more energy win. All right. So do you want to draw the first card? You want me to draw it?
You?
Okay.
You are much more genre savvy than me. I'm giving it to you.
Okay, let me draw the first card, and we found that out was R/R deal.
Deal.
Okay.
God, yeah. It's the most confusing shows.
Right? R deal. I'm going to deal 1 card, and that is a 4. So, the 4 is a hero spotlight.
Ooh.
Okay. And I'm going to open this up. This is a cold open. There is no opening scene. There is no, you don't start in the opener of the show. This is a cold open first episode, and it's centered around Alyssa. Okay? She's the spotlight of this episode, the Green Ranger. In the first scene, we open up, and you see her standing there. She's singing to the crowd. I think the rest of the group, you see Alice behind her playing the bow. Aladdin is keeping tempo. I would say Aladdin may be playing the drums.
That sounds good. Yeah.
Playing the drums. You're gonna see like the shot's gonna pan, and you're gonna see Axel at the bar, bartending, and Alex is at the door, checking people for weapons or anything weird like that, keeping an eye out. Um, so they're doing this scene, and all of a sudden, yeah, they're doing this, and you hear Alyssa beautifully singing, but she's singing like a funnier song. So it's kind of like a comedy bit where the crowd is laughing and kind of dancing along and enjoying themselves. And I'm gonna swap it over to you for beat number two.
And
And
yeah, I think
beat number two is the world interferes with their normal life. Take it away.
our camera then like spins and we see Alyssa's girlfriend sitting in the crowd. If anyone in the audience has a description, because I'm so bad at people descriptions or a name, I'll keep talking and toss those out.
I love it.
I think we hear the song like starting to die down. Bit of applause. Inez, am I saying that right? And we get like Alyssa saying like, "All right, cool." We get Alyssa saying like, "I'm gonna take a break and then we'll be back up." Inez.
I like that.
And Alyssa walking over, and they get into like super details, but I think you have a conversation where Inez, God, Kai, can you
Inez.
say that? Because I actually
Inez. Inez.
okay.
Inez with emphasis on the z.
Like complaining that they never see each other anymore, and I think Alyssa like trying to make work an excuse. We get like a
Ooh.
pretty like intense, dramatic conversation there. And
Ugh.
then I'll toss it over to you for the next beat, which is the villain complicates things.
Ooh. So the villain. Okay, so I'm gonna think of how did this episode go. So you see them talking, and all of a sudden Inez's drink starts to shake on the table, right? And
Ooh.
all of a sudden it's insane. What we see is we see the drinks begin to like slip out, the glasses fall over, and the drinks like start forming into these putty like creatures. So you
Oh,
have like
yeah, that's great.
you have like 6 or 7 putty like creatures, and they're terrifying the party goers. um you're probably gonna see, I think we see, if I'm remembering this correctly, and I'm gonna kind of doing this like a real recap. You see
And my memory is shit, so I'm perfectly in
yeah,
character.
exactly. My memory's terrible. This was the first episode. Watched this a while back. You see Axel leaping over the bar, and they take out a couple, one of the things using maybe a swift kick to the chest, and they called out to the rest of the group, hit him in the center of the chest. It seems to take them out. As soon as it gets hit, it forms back into this puddle on the floor. But it just slips off and then reforms in the like right out of distance. So you have reforming monsters in the room.
And I think that something that was really interesting here is like Alyssa is normally like kind of an aggressive fighter, but very much took a defensive role. Like tried not to appear a fighter, tried to get Inez out of there. Um, and I don't remember. Does Inez know?
I don't think Inez does. I don't think
Okay,
Inez knows at this point.
last season didn't leave that super clear.
No, yeah, no, I don't think Inez is aware of Alyssa's powers yet. So we have a bit of a complication there because she can't morph right now. Oh no, this is This is we're gonna say the start. This is season 2.
It's it's a Henshin though. Shouldn't it be like season 643?
This is season 2 of this cast. This is season 2 of this
Oh,
cast.
okay.
So is it passing? Okay, so the villain complicated things. The next beat is the spotlight has helped overcome the issue. What happens next?
Um, so Alyssa gets her girlfriend out of there, and there's that scene where they're talking in the alley, and we hear the fight going on in the background. And who is it? Someone called out for Alyssa specifically for help. Do you
I'm
remember who that was?
I'm gonna say that was Aladdin. That was Ali. That was Ali who made that call.
Yeah, there's been some like romantic tension there. I don't know if you picked up on that.
I think so. I think so.
Um, and
I think I would say I think if I remember correctly, when Alyssa ran into the door back out of the alley and back into the bar, the creatures had now like had kind of morpholesced together and become a pretty big creature on their own, and they're pretty much tearing up the bar. All of the patrons have run out. The door has locked behind Alyssa as she ran in, if I'm remembering
mhm.
correctly,
But
locking
we do
Inez
get
out.
that shot of Inez looking in through the window as Alyssa's running back in.
Oh yes.
So yeah, they definitely are like seeing this whole thing.
Oh goodness, this is insane. So basically, so now you've got the entire group standing there. Um
And we
Axel,
see our first morph of the season, right?
yeah, I think so. So you see they do their morphing call, and what was their morphing call?
I don't remember.
Chat, what was the morphing call?
3, 2, 1, let's jam. Because I'm straight up stealing it from Tank.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Oh. No, it starts. It starts three. So it'd be Aladdin doing the tempo over there, and Aladdin's like does with their hands. It goes 3, 2, 1, and then all of a sudden maybe they start dancing while Alyssa sings, and they all morph.
Let's jam. They
And
would have used that song if they could have gotten the license.
right. So then they morph, and so they fight this creature, and it is badass, right? They are coming together as this, but this creature is like every time they hit the creature, it like is absorbing their blows a little bit. So it's really like kind of it's like not hitting, they're not doing enough. But all of a sudden you see Axel come out with their double barrel blaster, and they just boom, boom, throwing this creature out into the middle of the street outside of the bar.
Yeah, yeah. And then like the action follows out there for a bit. And I think at that point the fight's kind of won.
I
Like there's a good like conclusion to that fight. But we get that scene like near the end where while they're all outside, we see they just introduced the villain Zork.
Yes.
We see him sneak in, and we don't see what he steals, but he steals something from their back room and sneaks off.
Yes, I love
I'm
it.
really excited to see where that goes.
I love it. But then I think as they they beat it, they're kind of congratulating themselves for beating this creature. But what they don't see is as we begin the conclusion, they don't see Zydrate standing on a close small building nearby. And Zydrate's, basically they have I want to say Zydrate has an electric guitar in their hands, right? And you hear them play you saw them play a loud riff, and they kind of do a small solo, and then tell the creature, it's time to get large. And then they play a huge riff, and it plays this song just, and the creature grows massive. I'm talking skyscraper size.
Oh yeah, it was a good one.
And then the episode ends.
Yeah.
All right, so the episode ends. There we go. So
It was a good start to the season.
it was a good
Like
start to the
after the
season.
pirate season last season, I didn't know. I was a little bit worried, but I'm digging this whole vibe.
So
Okay, so
you
we have to pick
you draw the
MVP.
next card, and
We're gonna do the end of stuff, right? MVP and best moment.
yeah, we got to do MVP and next moment, and then we've got to do the next card. Now, keep in mind the next card, because this season's weird. It was shot at, not shot out of order. It was premiered out of order. So we're gonna see some episodes which don't quite match up, but we're gonna get back to it. It's episode 2 is a really weird. Like they said, they were produced out of order. So who was the
So MVP.
who is the MVP of
I
this?
think
Who
it's
was your?
Axel.
You think
Like
so?
I honestly do. I think we're really just starting to get into the Alyssa stuff, and like I don't know. I think Axel was the one who pushed it over the edge on this.
I think so too. I'm gonna agree with that. I'm gonna agree with that. I'm gonna agree with Axel on this episode, but I'm gonna send it over to. We've also got to choose the other thing, which was the
Best moment.
the best moment. Um, and did we get a trait moment?
I'll look through that. What do you think the best moment was?
I'm gonna go with the double barreled explosion out the window. But it's really tied with the love triangle. The love the conversation in the alley really hit hard that episode. And especially
Yeah,
carrying over from last season where you saw the love between Alyssa and Inez really pushing pushing.
I think that's where my vote goes.
I think as a best moment, I think that conversation um
Okay,
yeah.
so MVP gains 2 energy.
All right. All right. So so the team gains 2, okay?
I think the Axel gains 2.
Oh, okay. Axel
Yeah, we
specifically?
keep track of the characters.
All right.
If we want, we could just type them in Discord, pin them, and edit them.
Yeah, I think so. Just let's do that. Let's do that right
Cool.
there.
And then every character directly involved with the best moment gets 1 energy.
Ooh, so we're gonna
So
go Axel. I'm gonna put these character names in here. Alex and Alyssa. Alice, thank you, T, for this.
I think involved with the best moment would be Alyssa, Inez, and Aladdin.
I think so, but because Inez is an NPC, she doesn't get energy here.
Oh, does she not?
No, she does not. She's just an NPC. Um, that would
Okay, cool.
specifically be the characters we would see.
Okay, cool.
And Axel would get, what'd you say, 2?
Yep.
And Alyssa gets 1.
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna just do a villain pool down here. And villains energy just pulls together.
Yeah, see, that sounds right. I could definitely see her becoming a villain.
I could
Maybe even before season 3. I don't know. I don't want to predict early, but
I could definitely see that happening.
so
There's
we have someone with 2 energy. We can give them another trait, but I don't think we should yet.
I'm also going to give 1 villain energy to the villains for Zork's move in the back room.
Okay.
I think that would be. I think that's important to note that what happened in the back room. That's sneaky, very brainy. I like that. I like that. It was a good moment. Good moment indeed.
Okay, and then for the audience, say like take a 5-minute break, and the audience can discuss who they think the MVP was and best moment.
Yeah, it's up to you guys. I'm gonna let you figure out what is your best. That way we can get some water because we have been talking.
Yep.
A lot. Let me hit the enter button and so I can pin this. Where's my pin button? It's right here. Oh, I was about to grab that. You already got it? Cool.
So
All right.
yeah, and it looks like if the audience agrees with us, we give a point of energy to either the energy or the villains.
Okay. The
So
team of the. Okay.
5 minute, and we'll check that when we get back.
Yep. We'll be right back. I'm gonna toss some music up. Give me just this hot second. Let me move this over here so it's not in y'all's way. And we're gonna toss some OC remix up while you guys chat it out. As soon as I get the OC remix ready. He says, as it takes forever because he didn't have this planned. There we go. And we'll be right back. All right, I am back. I'm not sure if Icy's back yet. Has chat decided?
And back.
Right on cue to the music, too.
Nice.
What is this music? This is Mega Man 2 with Dr. Wily Symphonic, which is amazing. Perfect timing. I love it. I love it. So the crowd chose Alyssa for MVP and best moment. So they don't agree with us on MVP, but they did agree with us on best moment.
I want to just like give one more energy to the hero side in general.
Yeah, I'm gonna give one to the hero side. Let me turn the music's off.
Cool.
There we go. Music's off. And we'll give one more to the hero side. We're going to just say one up top there. Press the
I'm
enter
gonna deal
button.
my card.
Awesome. And the card dealt was a 3, which is
a crossover. I'm gonna redraw since. Oh wait, a previous season's villain's here. Who was the villain from season 2 or pirate season?
Oh my god.
Because I think it was just a squid in a robotic like diver suit.
Actually this episode, okay, so maybe it wasn't shot out of order because the big bad of the episode we saw previously, that the mook we saw grow to the big size was actually one of the previous villain's creatures.
Perfect.
So
I think it's that. I think it's just a giant diving bell suit with like a squid face
I
and
love
like
it.
squid tentacles coming out.
Oh, I
Captain
love
Leviathan.
Captain Leviathan.
That was its name.
That was amazing. So I'll let you start with the cold open
So
and
yeah,
tell me how that looks.
we cut back into just this massive Captain Leviathan, and there was a moment where I was just absolutely confused. Like, wait, the last thing we saw, and then we get the overhead shot, seeing the heroes in the same space, and it was just a great open. Um, and then he Leviathan swings and grabbed. Was Alex, right? Because Alex is like right up in front, grabbed Alex and like lifted him up into the air.
Yes, yes.
And I think I'm gonna toss the beat over to you.
Oh, so the heroes are confused. They don't recognize this villain. They do recognize Dr. Mental. Um, are they? So is it? So my question is, I know last season was pirate theme. Was it the same heroes?
I think it was the same heroes. They just had different different headshots.
So they
Like this
left the
was their
light.
like
They
they left the pirate life behind and started out like this whole new venture.
they started a bar because they were like, we don't
Yep.
want to be pirates anymore. We want to run a bar and be
Yeah, I think the
detectives.
first one was like a super classic like Power Rangers ripoff, and then they just decided, you know what, fuck it, let's jump the shark. Like
Literally.
season one, they ramped their pirate ship over a giant shark. It was great.
so so the heroes are confused. They don't understand how Captain Leviathan is returned. They don't understand how Zydrate has given this creature its massive power boost, and they're freaking out, right? They're freaking out, and they get torn apart.
And
As
this whole time, like we have this really intense background music in these shots of Zydrate, and we realize like it's coming out of Zydrate. So I think there's like a power up music thing going on.
yes, yes, yes. But here's the thing: is they get their asses kicked, right? They are kicked. They're hurt, right? But here's the thing, and I'm gonna move right into the next beat, and I'm gonna kind of start this and then toss it back to you.
Sounds good.
Okay, what happens is you see a scene of Dr. Mental, Dr. A Mental, right? He's in his thing and he's like, the team is being beaten. I must send them their previous. And what are their creatures called? Are we calling them Zords?
Sure.
Fuck it, we'll call them Zords.
That works for me.
Don't sue us, Saban. Um,
Wow, that would be. I would be honored to receive a cease and desist. I'm hoping to get one from Stephen King. So that's good goal.
so he sends in the boat Zords, right? So that's going to be the previous season heroes coming back for the rescue. Is he sends in the boat Zords. So the boat Zords appear and they start firing their cannons at Captain Leviathan. I'm passing it on to you.
It's an awesome scene because like we get this like Matrix looking portal ripping open in the sky, and this is gonna have consequences. This is the middle of the city. Like last season, most of it was open sea, but like people are seeing this giant ship ripping through this portal, and just you know what? I probably would have saved this for later in the season, but it was nice to get more of those laser cannons, like the broadsiding laser cannon. Ah, it was great, great vibes.
So you also see, and it's really weird because you also see like helming the ship. You see almost like ghosts of the character's previous henching, right? So it's so confusing to see the ghosts of the previous henchins fighting this battle for the heroes. The heroes are batted to the side, but they realize kind of what's going on, right? And this is an episode that really moves very fast, right? It's kind of wrapping up the previous episode. It's like the part two. Their establishment kind of gets caught in the crossfire. So you see it get like it's like first two episodes of the season, and the bar is now destroyed, right? So the heroes are on their back foot. They're going to have to find money for the bar. They're going to have to, you know, take up actual detective work to get the, because this is a detective season. So you're kind of getting the heroes are like, we've got to find, they're trying to come up with ways. Okay, how are we going to get through this? Because the villain, the boat takes Captain Leviathan out temporarily, right? Captain Leviathan vanishes, the boats vanish, and as the boats vanish, the actual old henshin devices falls off the boats at the feet of the current heroes, right? And
I'm wondering if like one of them's gonna pick it up and like switch it. I wonder if we're gonna get like a continued crossover.
It may happen. We may see something like that where they have the old henshin devices as well. But it's really weird because they take up the old Henshin devices, and you see they actually, the town is now, not really destroyed, but definitely in pain. So you're gonna cut a short. There's a short time that passes. The heroes are talking about what happened. They're talking with Doctor Mental, and they're like, why did you do that? We had this. They're pissed off. You're gonna see Alex is getting in Doctor Mental's face, right? As much as he can, being a holographic dinosaur and all that. But he's getting
Right.
in Dr. Mental's face, and he's pissed off. He's like, "Why did you send our old powers? We left that life. We're now doing the bar thing. We're taking this on." And he's like, "No, you need to." He's like, and Dr. Mental is like, "If you really want to free me from this stone, you've got to stop Zydrate." But he's blaming this on Zydrate, right?
Right.
He's blaming being stuck in the zone on Zydrate. Um, and we learn later in the season that Zydrate did this for a good reason, but right now we don't know that yet, right? And we'll get there, but he's blaming this all on Zydrate, and he tells the team, "You've got to follow the clues. You got to follow the clues." So we're now getting into this old timey noir detective-y, where the team is now they're kind of regrouping. And what they do, and it's a weird scene because you see like the brains, you see Alyssa come back, and actually she's in the lair, the lab, or whatever they're calling it, the command center, I guess.
Yeah, honestly, they haven't even shown us where that is connected to the bar yet. It's just always been in and out shots, so we'll
Yeah,
figure that out.
yeah. So it's really weird. So they're in the command center. We know the bar's been destroyed, and she is tinkering with the old Henshin devices. And she says, she looks at the rest of the group. The group shows back up. Um, Alice is trying to cheer Alex up, being like, it'll be okay. We'll make this. We'll find, the money to rebuild the bar, because she knows Alex may have been like the bouncer, but this was really his love. He loved having the
Right.
establishment.
Yeah.
So you see this kind of character spotlight there for a minute. And then Alyssa turns around and says, "I got it. I can use the old Zords. We can turn them into something we can use." And you learn quickly that she goes through and explains how she turned the old morphers into the Zord calling pieces, so they can also call the old ships back. But they've changed, right? So you see a door open in the back. It's like a garage almost, and you see 5 cars, but they're like
And I
old
was
timey cars.
curious what they were going to be doing with Zords here because we hadn't seen it yet. And,
Yeah,
that reveal was
it's like
amazing.
old timey, like Batman style cars. There's 5 of them, each in the special colors, and they've each got different traits. And
I'm
then,
excited to see them used. Yeah.
and then we hear the stomping. We hear the stomping again, and it cuts the scene to Captain Leviathan back out in the middle of the city, destroying buildings, doing his thing, while Zydrate is playing. He's playing his guitar and screaming, "Show me where Mental is! Show me where the Mental Man is!" You got it. You got it for the group fight. I'm gonna give this to you.
Okay.
I took way too long on on those beats.
All good. And then our next shot is just all 5 of these cars just flying through the street. And we get how do they form up, right? We're going with that.
Yeah, they do form up. So the cars, as everyone knows, Super Sentai shows they're toy sales shows. So you got to introduce a new toy every episode, right?
Yeah, I do like how they did nice, like, hitting weird ramps that are just randomly throughout the city to fly into position. It was a really good connection sequence.
I think so. Yeah, I think it was really neat. I think
I doubt they're gonna do it every time, but it was
no.
nice to see it the first time.
Yeah, I think it was a little weird because you're like, okay, how are these cars going to connect? But then you see, like, it looks like the white and purple car kind of form up as the feet, and then you have the quantum car, and the silver car, form up as the arms, and then the green car kind of pops in and becomes the head and the chest, and then the group
Yeah.
kind of floats, into the main cockpit. It's really weird, and you're like, how does that work? So, like,
Like,
when they release the toy line, or when because you got to get the toys right. I'm wondering how like the cars are going to transform into these pieces because it's not really well shown in the show.
yeah, no, it's the dimensions do not make sense. So that'll be an interesting challenge.
Kind of excited to see. It's kind of blocky, but not. It's like that classic Big O style, cars and robots type deal. But we get our first robot scene,
Yep.
right?
It's a good fight. I mean, we've got I'm curious if we're gonna be getting any like Megazords. What's the bad guys called? The big bad guys generally?
Um, I don't know. They haven't. We've met Zydrate. We met Zork.
Right. I'm curious. Our only like big old, real, like physically large bad is from the previous season. So I'm curious to see where they're gonna go from there.
Yeah, so we know Zydrate can use their powers to make the music to make the enemies big, and kind of just city destroying big. But we really need to figure out. I'm curious, because we know from last season, right, that Doctor A Mental was a bad guy. We've already revealed that he's actually, um, that was revealed in the last season that he's actually controlling Axel, to actually make the team do what he wants, right? So
Hmm.
we already knew that. So I'm curious to see how, and we saw Alex, really head to head with Dr. Mental earlier before Alyssa, kind of put the car thing together. And I'm really curious to see how the enemy team, the Zydrate team, who really weren't in the last season, it was Captain Leviathan fighting them. I'm curious to see what the connection is because there's got to be some sort of
Right.
connection between the two teams. Um,
Yeah. But yeah, I gotta say, whipping out that giant guitar to fight with was a dream come true for me.
it was amazing. It was quite
I mean,
brilliant of a
they
of a
basically
move.
just used it like a sword, but it was still awesome.
I do enjoy it. It was really it was definitely an interesting choice, and I'm kind of weird to see how it goes forward. Because they use it as a sword. They use the actual bottom part as the actual blade. Um, and then when it hit the enemy, it did this like loud music, like a bomb type
Y-
thing.
And there was like a bit where Leviathan kind of lost a bit of form, and I'm wondering if there's some like noise cancellation thing. But they finish this fight. They beat off Leviathan, and then we go into a bit of like conclusion bit there. You want to take that?
Yeah, it that was actually it was sweet. So the conclusion of the fight ends. The city is in shambles. Um, Alyssa is actually so we actually cut it. It looks like a little bit of time has passed. The city is trying to rebuild from this attack. It's the first real attack on the city, so they're kind of scrambling. You see the mayor maybe say something on the voxophone because it's like this is like a weird mix of it's like very anachronistic. It's like current
Yeah.
times and the past. It's all really weirdly mixed. Really
Like I'm
cool.
pretty sure there was a cell phone in a scene with a telegram, but I don't know.
It was really weird. And but you see Alyssa, and she has found Inez, and um, she's found Inez, and her and Inez are trying to reconnect, but Inez is honestly pissed because she's like, you were, you're the Green Ranger. You've been keeping this from me. How long have you been keeping this from me? And Alyssa really was trying to handle it, really poorly, it seems. Um, she's like, well, I've been the Green Ranger for a while, when because her and Inez actually met on an island, and she brought Inez back. So it was really weird that back to the city, which the world is really weird because it's actually a series of islands, which kind of makes sense with the previous season's boat theme. And this is like a mega city on one of the islands that they have taken really taken down, and this is now their home. And we didn't see the city a lot in the last season. But you see,
Right.
Inez and Alyssa are definitely fighting. They're not happy with each other. Alyssa runs off. Not Alyssa, but Inez runs off. Alyssa is crying, and all of a sudden you see Aladdin pop around the corner and put their hand over Alyssa's shoulder and tell her, it's going to be okay. We're going to be all right. We're going to make it through this. We just have to find Zydrate. We got to find Zydrate. They still don't know about what Zork stole. So that's
Right.
that's an undealt with plot thread, but now they know Zydrate's here for Dr. Mental. They don't know why Zydrate's here for Dr. Mental. And then we get a final scene after that bit. And it involves Axel, and I want you to talk about this one.
Yeah, that was. I'm still not 100% sure what was going down there, but we got a scene with Axel in the, I guess the garage is what we'd call it.
Yeah, I guess so.
And he had some kind of device, and I'm still figuring out names. Silver Alice. He was putting something like in the engine of Alice's car. Yeah, I'm certain that's going to come up, but not positive what that is yet. I'm starting to wonder if Axel and Dr. Mental might have separate objectives as well. I don't know. We'll
Oh,
see.
it's getting good. The season is just kicking off, and I'm absolutely in love.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so what's your vote for MVP?
My vote for MVP is honestly Alyssa this round. While Alice really helped cheer Alyssa up and was, amazing in that scene, I think again, just like last time, Alyssa and Inez steal the show. They are the show right now, right? Axel is terrifying, and we don't have a clue of what Axel is doing. And every time Axel's been behind the wheel and in the fight, they've been terrifying. It's amazing. Right. We haven't seen a whole lot of Alex yet. We've seen a little bit of Aladdin, and of course Alice doing her cheerleader thing, but we haven't seen a lot of Alex yet. I'm hoping to see more of them.
But I actually want to nominate one of Alex's scenes for best scene because I think the fight between Alex and Dr. Mental was the best scene in this episode.
I agree. Yeah, I want to see more
I want to
of
give it to the giant robot fight. Yes, of course, but that was just really intense.
It was. So I think MVP, in my opinion, MVP would be Alyssa, but you're saying maybe Alex?
No, I think I agree with you on MVP being Alyssa. I think best scene was Alex and Dr. Mental's fight.
I agree. Yeah, I'll take that. So we're gonna swap it over and give it to the audience. Do you agree with it? We're gonna mark those points right now. So we gave that to.
I also think Alyssa used her trait move or whatever that is called.
Let's see here. So Alyssa is comedic and smart, and I think so. She'd get a point for the smart, wouldn't she?
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got what 2-3 points for Alyssa on that one.
Has just the right gadget for the situation. I think like modifying the Zords would be there.
I think so. So we got what we now 3 for Alyssa. Alex gets 1 for being that best scene. And to the crowd, we're gonna give you a few minutes. I'm gonna fix my ear because I started ringing in my right ear for no reason, which is fantastic. I'm gonna change the batteries in my vape. And yes, I was actually only gonna go for about an hour to an hour and a half. And
gotcha.
we've hit that. We've just about hit that. I think 2 episodes is perfect.
Let's get these votes in. Do you want to call it, and then we'll do another one of these soon?
I like that idea. I like that idea. I like that idea a lot. I'm gonna put the music on, and I'm gonna let you talk. Let the crowd, whomever may be here, talk it out. Axel for best scene, Alyssa for MVP. It looks like the crowd is agreeing with us.
Oh no, Axel's I think the Axel scene would have been the like planting whatever that device was, and Alice's.
Oh yeah. So it'd be Alex. So your team Axel. Dear Axel for the evil scene? Asking the crowd. We're going, it was Axel for the evil scene? We'll edit. Alyssa's 3.
Make sure you give one to mental for the Alex mental scene.
Yes. And that would be Alex 1. And it looks like they said Axel got a point. We'll give Axel that. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
The villains really didn't do a whole lot this episode. I mean, they did, but
the open villains did.
Yeah, the open villains did, but the villains overall kind of took a back seat in this episode, which I'm kind of happy for. Kind of happy they took more of a back seat, kind of more of a cataclysmic threat instead of a directly a fighting the team threat. So
right, that's good stuff.
It was really good. I think we're gonna call it here though. I'm gonna quickly we've updated the totals. This is pinned in our Discord, and we're just gonna leave the temporally channel up for this next time.
Change its name.
And so currently we have on the villain side 1 point. I'm gonna give them 2 points. I'm gonna give them another point. So we have villains at 2. So villains are definitely losing at the moment. And we have 8 points on the allies side. And we are currently on episode 3. This is a clean slate. Once we get into that episode, I'm super excited about this. This is so good. But we're going to end it here.
I'm enjoying the hell out of it.
Definitely, you can get this game. How much was this? This was fairly
15
cheap.
on itch. I'm gonna repost that link before we cut it off.
Yeah, $15 on itch.io. This is one of those games that honestly you can get. This is a road game, honestly. Take a deck of cards, take some pen and paper, and you can do this on the road without too much difficulty. This is an easy road game.
I really want to do a larger stream of this at some point, like more people on it, and make up a Moon Harbor TV show.
I would love that because this is perfect for it. This is perfect for it. I really dig the way the game kind of flows from the randomness of how, even though you can, if you wanted to, build the team yourself. Like, it doesn't have to be random. The villains don't have to be random. The mentor doesn't have to be random. But the randomness that we've done here has led to one of, I would watch this show. And I would legitimately watch what we just created. I'd be like, what the fuck is happening? Every 10 seconds.
When I saw this game, I was like, Kai has to play this. And now I'm like, I'm so glad that I have played it as well. This is so fun.
It's a lot of fun. I'm definitely gonna remember this show.
I enjoy the hell out of, like, you be like, oh yeah, like we learned it last season. The entire world's a series of islands. Like, cool, we're living in that world now. Let's do it. It's so good.
And everybody's like I love the idea. I think when I was looking over, doing some research for tonight's stream before the stream started, I was looking at it and I was like, the author kept saying that this is a playerless game. This game has no players. Everybody's the GM. So if you have an idea that works, fucking toss it out there. It's like almost like Signal Light in a way.
Yeah.
I'm getting a lot of Signal Light vibes maybe from this.
Yeah, it feels a lot like the workshopping we do when we're not quite sure where a scene's going in Moon Harbor. And it just feels really good. I love it.
Yes, it does. It does. Where we're like, okay, does the scene go this way? Well, the scene could probably go better flow if we did this. And I'll be honest, this if I were watching this show, I would have a look of pure what the fuck on my face the entire time. It would never leave my face.
Some Foodie Goody inspiration next time. Let's get this shit wild.
This would be a case of.
So then the Zord ate her and then shot her out as a bullet. It was weird, but here we are.
This is the world we live in. Icy, would you like to plug yourself again? Not that way. Come on.
My camera's off, so I think I'm legally allowed to. Icy New Year on Twitter. All my podcasts are at icynewer.com and icynewer.itch.io for the couple games I've written.
They're good. They're good. We're actually probably going to be playing one of them on stream
Yeah, I want to
soonish.
play. You have to blow up the moon.
Yeah, soonish. We want to get a group together for that before we do that. It won't be like next week or anything. Actually, what is next week? Do I have anything planned for next week? No, I don't, because Dungeon World's not taking place till the 8th. Huh. Anyways,
You have 2 games next week.
do I?
Monday
And Tuesday? What is
Yeah,
Tuesday's game?
Cataclysm Crew. Wait, never mind. I don't think we're in that Cataclysm Crew. Never mind. Tuesday is Queer Team. Wait,
Ah.
that's not the one you need to be at, though. Is it? I can't remember what those splits are. Well, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, I don't remember how those splits. uh,
I know I need to be at that one. I don't remember who. I think it is you and me.
I think so. I think it's you and
Oh,
me for the Queer Team game. And what is Monday? Are we doing Faces Monday, or is that Cataclysm Crew again?
Cataclysm Crew, but I don't think either of us have to be there.
Oh yeah, that is Rocky, Jane, and Wild Thing. I don't remember her name. I apologize,
Rose.
Rose. Yeah, I am sorry. That's bad. Don't let her watch this. She'll kill me. No, she won't. She didn't know me. Yeah, I think that covers it. Tomorrow night we're gonna be playing more Hollow Knight, and I think that's the rest of the week. Because I'm honestly gonna be playing Hollow Knight Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We're gonna be getting closer to beating Hollow Knight, and once I beat Hollow Knight, we're gonna be going back to Minecraft because I need to start playing my old mod pack again to update it, and we're gonna get to see that live.
Woo!
Yeah.
Thanks for having me on. It was super fun.
My ears were being blown out a moment in time by the alert popping off. Thank you, Passith0718 for the join. Passith, thank you for the join. And yeah, I've loved having you on, Icy. You know I want you on more often because it was a blast.
We'll talk and figure out when we can do it again.
Yes, I agree.
Maybe next Thursday or Friday.
Easily.
Cool.
Awesome. With that said, I'm headed to bed. Icy's out. I'm out. Have yourself a wonderful night.
Bye.
Don't get eaten by the dinosaur stuck in the space stone, and we'll catch you next time. Bye, y'all.